everyone, welcome to my channel Data Universe. Here you will find practical SQL tutorials, tips on mastering SQL for data analytics. From basic to advanced techniques, my goal is to help you gain confidence and excel in your data career. So, let's start and grow together. What is SQL? SQL is a structured query language which is used to manage relational databases. In relational databases, data is stored in the form of table. SQL statements are used to perform various operations such as updating, manipulating, or retrieving data from the database. So, basically, SQL is used for querying the database. How to handle null values. A null value in a relational database is used when the value in a column is unknown or missing. Null values can lead to inaccurate conclusion. Therefore, we need to handle these null values to replace null value with the known values if null and the colons functions are used. So, let's see the practical. For all practicals, I am using my SQL workbench. Here I have created database SQL question and I am using SQL question database. I have created employee table which will have employee ID, name, department, age, salary. Here I have kept null values in age and salary column. Let's see the effect of null values. If we execute select average employee salary from employee, it will return 53,333. As per our records, it should show 40,000. It is not considering null record. It is considering only 3 employee and not 4. So, because of that, we got this result 53,333. We will replace this null value using function colons where select asterisk colons employee salary comma 0 from employee. Here we are replacing null value with 0. So let's see. Now the null value is replaced with 0. To modify this value in the table, we will use update command. Update employee set employee salary is equal to colons employee salary comma 0. This will modify the original table. So if you see the table now, the null value is replaced with 0. And if we calculate the average salary again, it will show 40,000, which is accurate. So now it is considering all 4 records for calculation. Similarly, we can use if null function to replace null value. Here we will execute the statement select asterisk if null employee age comma 18 from employee, where we will replace null value in the age column with 18. Now this null value is replaced with 18. To modify table, we will use update command. So now the value in the table is replaced with 18. For the employee ID 2, it was null, now it is replaced with 18. So in this way, the colons and if null functions are used to replace the null values. All the practicals which we are performing, I have created a separate PDF which you will get in the description. You can refer and practice. Difference between count of asterisk, count of 1 and count of column name. Count of asterisk or count of 1 counts all rows in a specified table including null values. Count of asterisk or count of 1 or count of 0 or count of any text all are same. Whereas count of column name returns the number of rows in that column and it does not count null values. So the main difference is count of asterisk counts with null values, whereas count of column name does not count null values. Let's see the practical. Here I am using SQL Questions database. I have created student table with student ID and name. Here I am inserting some values and let's see the table. Now this is student table with student ID, student name. There is a null value in a student ID and null value in a student name. Now if we check select count of asterisk from student, it will show 6 as the number of records are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it includes null values. Count of 1 will also show 6. Count of -1 will also show 6. Count of SQL or any text will also show 6. That means all these are same. Here if we check count of student ID, it will show 5 because there is null value present in student ID. There is one null value in a student ID. Therefore, count of student ID is 5. Similarly, if we see count of student name, it will show 5 because there is a null value present in student name column. So, count of column name does not count null values. How to fetch 50% records from table. To fetch 50% records from table, here we will use row number window function, which assign a sequential number 1, 2, 3 to each row of a result set starting with 1 for the first row of each partition. So let's see the practical. Here I am creating employee table and I am inserting total 8 records in the table. Now the table is ready. We have total 8 records. Now here we are using row number window function to get the output. Now if we execute only this statement, so here it is assigning number to every row. So it is starting from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And if we execute only this statement where select count of asterisk divided by 2 from the employee, it will return 4 because count of asterisk is total number of records which is 8 divided by 2, so it is 4. So here we are going to fetch records which are less than or equal to 4. So if we execute the complete statement, it will show only 4 records: 1, 2, 3, 4. So in this way, by assigning sequential number to each row using a row number window function, we can get 50% records from table. Difference between delete, truncate and drop commands. Delete command removes one or more rows from a table based on a condition specified in the where clause. It is a DML operation that modifies the data within the table without altering its table structure. So, if we have deleted any records and if we want to get it back, we can roll back data. Truncate. Truncate is a DDL action that removes all rows from a table but preserves the table structure for future use. Here we cannot roll back data. Compared to delete, it is a faster as it deletes all records from the table. Drop command is used to permanently remove an object from the database, such as a table, database, index, or a view. When you drop a table, the table structure and its data are permanently deleted. It does not preserve table structure. So let's see the practical. Here I have created employee table with 4 records and I'm giving commit command to make these changes in the table permanent. Now we will see delete command. Delete from employee where employee ID in 1, 3. Here we are deleting a records whose employee ID is 1 and 3. So let's execute this statement and we will check the result again. Here now the record from employee 1 and 3 is deleted from the table. Here we can roll back data. So we will check the result again. Now it is showing all 4 records. So in this way, by using a delete command, we can delete one or more records or all records from the table and we can roll back data. Now we will see truncate command. If we truncate table employee, it will delete all records from the table, but it will preserve table structure. So let's see. So all the records are deleted, but it maintained table structure. But here we cannot roll back data. Still it is not showing any records in the table. So in this way, truncate is used to delete all the records from the table. Now we will see drop command. If we execute the drop table employee statement, it will delete all the table records from the table, also the table structure. So it will show that this table does not exist. So drop command deletes all the records, also deletes the table structure. List the employees working in same city. Here we have employee table and we have a city column. Here we need to compare rows with other rows in the same table. To get this, we will use self-join concept, which allows you to join a table to itself by assigning a different name E1 and E2 to table employee. So let's see the practical. Here we have employee table where we have a column of employee ID, name, department, city, salary. We are joining employee table to itself by assigning different name E1 and E2. So select E1.emp ID, E1.emp name, E1.emp city from employee as E1, employee as E2, where E1.employee ID not equal to E2.employee ID and E1.employee city is equal to E2.employee city. So we want to fetch records where ID is not equal but their city should match. Here 1 will not compare with the 1 because ID, we have placed the condition that ID should not be equal. Then 1 is compared with the 2 and the city is compared. It is not match, it is different. Then 1 is compared with the 3, city is different. Then 1 is compared with the 4, city is different. Then 1 is compared with the 5. Now the city is same, Mumbai, Mumbai. Then the 1 is compared with the 6, MP, city is not same. So only EMP ID 1 and 5 have the same city, Mumbai. So at the output we should get 1 and 5. So here we got records 1 and 5 where the city is same, Mumbai. Calculate the average number of days required to deliver a product. Here we have a product order table which has order ID, product category, product name, order date, ship date, quantity columns. To calculate average number of days required to deliver a product, first we need to calculate the number of days required to deliver each product. To do this, we will use date difference time function where we will calculate the difference between order date and ship date. So let's see the practical. This is my product order table. Here I am using date difference date function which returns the number of days between two date values. Here I am giving ship date as a date 1 and order date as a date 2. So it will return the number of days between these two dates. Let's execute this statement which will give total number of delivery days required for each product. So here we got delivery days. For order ID 1 it was 3, for order ID 2 it was 6. So to calculate the average delivery days we need to know total delivery days divided by number of orders. So here 3 plus 6 9, 9 plus 8 17, 17 plus 1 18 and 18 plus 10 28. So the total number of delivery days are 28 divided by number of orders which is 5. So 28 divided by 5 is the average delivery days required to deliver a product. So we got answer of 5.6 which is correct. Therefore, average number of days required to deliver a product are 5.6. Okay, that's it for now. We will learn more SQL interview questions in part 2. Thank you for watching. Your likes in this video motivates me to create more valuable content. Please subscribe the channel, like the video and press bell notification to learn more SQL concepts.